Hey, this is Susan with Voices for Learning, and today I'm going to show you how you can change colors in your tracks in Studio One version 4. So there are a lot of reasons to have different colors in your tracks, and one of the main reasons that I use is to show which track is which, because each of my tracks have a very particular purpose, and also to show me where there is mistake and parts that I need to clean up or fix. So for instance, right here, you'll notice I have a blue raw track, and then down here is my green mastered track, and then down here is my room tone, which is my purple track, and then down here is my pads. And you might be asking, what are pads? Well, pads are just simply room tone that goes at the beginning or end or throughout your recording. And it's not silence, it's just simply room tone. It matches the sound of your studio. So how did I get this to be blue? How did I get this to be green? How did I get this to be red and purple and etc., etc.? So it's really actually very easy. To get the whole track to be a specific color, all you're going to do is just simply right-click right here on the very, very, very end, very, very far left-hand side, and you'll see a little pop-up. It says Select Track Color. Oh, there it is. And that's all I do. So I always pick blue as my raw track. That's what I always do. And then for my mastered track, it's always green. And I could simply change the color again by clicking far on the left and changing that color. We'll just go back to green. And then my room tone is always purple. Same thing, just select it, change the color, whatever. Now, if I want to go ahead and change, like let's say that I've messed up right here on this particular piece of my recording, and I want to just sort of note that I need to go back and fix it, but I don't want to fix it just yet. All you do, it's so easy, you just right-click on top of it, and you see in this little menu that pops up at the very, very top on the left, you'll see the color. Now, for me personally, every color has a reason, and pink is my mistake color. So anytime I make a mistake, and this just shows me you need to go back and you need to fix that. So when I look at it from like, above, or let me see if I have something else. Yeah, I have this right here. I'll show you something I was working on. This has got a lot of different colors in it. And as you can see, I have markers and I have room tone. This is just like different slides in an e-learning project, and the red is just showing here's where the pads are, a half a second. Now let's say that like this part I messed up on and I need to go back and I need to fix it. I just color it pink, and that way it just shows me, okay, it's pink, I better go back and fix it. And sometimes, like if it's a whole big chunk that I've got to work on, it's really easy to see if it's a different color, as you can see. So it just shows me, oh yeah, there's my pink, I better go back and fix it. So changing colors is really important. It just helps you work faster. It helps you, create just a better workflow process. So I encourage you to change your colors as often as you can. Use those colors in Studio One. It is a feature that's not available in Audacity, and Audacity is what I started in. So if you are ready to make that change from Audacity to Studio One, this is a reason to go ahead and upgrade. Studio One Artist, which is like the low grade version, only costs like $100. So there is a learning curve, but it's a pretty robust system, and this is just one of the benefits of having different colors to show you what you need to work on, where things are, find things quickly. It really helps me in my process, and I highly recommend you using colors and color coding things. And here's a little bonus tip. In my script, if I have a mistake, and like if I'm doing an audiobook, for instance, or if I'm doing like a big e-learning project, I always tell my audio proofer that if I make a mistake to just highlight the script, that mistake in pink. She doesn't even have to tell me like the timestamp. She doesn't have to tell me where it is. I just look throughout the script and I can quickly see, okay, here's a little pink bit that she highlighted, and I can just find it. That way I can keep my costs lower. My audio proofer does not have to type in those timestamps, so she's not spending a whole lot of time on my stuff. I'm not making her spend a whole lot of time on my stuff. I can quickly find it myself. So pink in the script and then pink in the recording, that's how I show my mistakes. And then once I fix the mistake, I change it back to blue. And that way I know it's corrected. So utilize those colors. All right, that is that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Please like, please subscribe for more content on Studio One and voice acting in general, especially e-learning and audiobooks. And I hope you have a great day. If you'd like to connect with me, please let me know. My email address is in the description, and I would love to hear from you. And have a great day. Keep going. Bye. You're doing great.